how I took perspectives is kind of unique. My parents took perspectives a couple decades ago, and I got to see how radically perspectives changed, yes, even my parents' thinking, and how it even changed the direction of my family. We moved to China because of that, and being able to be a teenager and witness that in my parents was so unique. And so I knew that I wanted to take perspectives, not because I wasn't expecting God to bring me across to a different country, but I was just intrigued with what God would do through perspectives. I was going into perspectives wanting him to open my eyes to whatever his plans were for my life that was unique to me. But I also just wanted to serve the Lord, and I really didn't know how to do that, and I knew that perspectives would give me kind of a way to figure that out. Growing up as a missionaries kid, I always was able to see what God was doing in the nations, and especially in Vietnam, which is where my parents were doing work. But after taking perspectives, I really realized God can utilize every single person. You don't have to be a missionary. You don't have to be a person that has gone through so much schooling. In perspectives, we study the historical, even just understanding of how God has moved across the time, across the nations. And it's such a beautiful thing that God can use anyone. In perspectives, the really cool thing is within the class you kind of study even strategically, or just how to utilize what God has given you right now, how to utilize the area that you're in, how to utilize even just your testimony to spread the gospel and to do his work and to make his name known in your community, in the nations, and how you can do that right here, right now, today, wherever you're living. And so it's definitely, perspectives equips you to be bold for the vision that God really has, and to step out of your comfort zone, but to just love him boldly in front of people, love people because of what he did on the cross. And it's a joy to just even learn about everything that God has done throughout history and what he's doing now and what he's going to do in the future. For anyone who is wanting to take perspectives, I'd say go for it, because you never know what God is going to do. He can speak to you through his word. He can speak to you through people. He can speak to you through different circumstances, but he can also speak to you through this class. And this class was so powerful for me especially, but in our marriage it has definitely changed the direction of how we do things and how we love people and how we welcome people. Perspectives has changed even how we have looked at the Palouse, and here in Pullman where we live, God really has opened our eyes to see people as he sees them, and we want to see God's God-given potential that's really inside of every single person. And it's been such a joy to run with passion, and I feel like God has really called both Jesse and I to welcome people here in the Palouse, here in Pullman and in Moscow. And so our day-to-day kind of life has just been a joy to really ask God, what do you want to do through us today? What do you want to do in this person today? How can we be your hands and feet? How can we welcome people from all over the world so that they can feel at home even here?
Yeah.